this is Sunny, and we are at Home Depot together doing some people watching and stimuli watching. Sunny, as you can see by her body language, is having some big feelings and a little nervous about processing all of the new information that's in front of her. This would be a terrible time for me to expect her to be obedient. So in this session, I'm not expecting any obedience. I am simply helping her process new information, process new stimuli, and I'm going to do a little bit of training that will build positive associations with the stimuli that we're sitting here and processing together. You always want to be mindful of when your dog is capable of obedience or when they need a little extra work on just being happier existing without obedience. What we'll do now is I've already kind of gauged where Sunny's food motivation is at. There are periods of time where her food motivation drops when she's pretty nervous, and periods of time where she's calmer, she has more food motivation. During the moments where she has that food motivation, I'm going to be using a marker word. That marker word is going to create a link between a moment in time where Sunny experiences some kind of stimuli and the delivery of my rewards. This is going to show her that all of these big scary things are predicting treats and snuggles and affection. So we're going to kind of wait for her gaze to hit something. Yes! I'm marking with yes when she experiences that stimuli, whether that's with her gaze or with her ears, and then I'm following with a reward. Good girl, Sunny. Good girl, Sunny. I can also just, without rhyme or reason, be feeding her treats because that's going to make this a more fun experience for her. Yes, you can see where she's licking her lips, and her gaze is it's darting, her ears are not remaining in a standard position. Right now she wants to say hi to our camera person, so I'm just trying to kind of keep her on place. Yes, good girl. And that yes is coming not when I see a trigger, but when Sunny sees a trigger. Yes, good girl, Sunny. I guess I'll go girl, Sunny. I guess I'll go girl. Good girl. It's very important that you are working on just existing. Yes, good girl, Sunny. Good girl. Oh, yes, a good girl. Yeah, good job. It's very important that you are just working on existing with your dog comfortably before you're expecting them to be obedient for you. And see how, with just a few minutes of us sitting here and hanging out, Sunny is starting to act more like herself. I'm sorry. Good girl. Yes, good girl. Now, it's also really important when you're working on something like this to know where your dog's thresholds are for what they can and cannot process and work through. A good way to gauge that is whether your dog is taking food or not. Sunny is taking food right now, but whenever she stops taking food, that lets me know I need to adjust some of the variables in our environment, maybe by creating more distance or even moving outdoors to keep her in a place where she's able to learn and process and have positive experiences, whether that be through play or food or snuggles. Yes, good girl, Sunny. And I'm also going to periodically take some breaks from exposing her to these big challenging stimuli. Yes, good girl, Sunny. Good girl. Yes, a good girl, good girl. Yes, good girl, Sunny. If you have a nervous or anxious dog, or you just want to do some more socializing with your pup, try to start with environments that are more minimally distracting and then work your way up to environments like Home Depot There are also tons of ways you can adjust your distance to the triggers you're working around to make it more manageable for your dog and to keep them in that sweet spot under threshold. Make sure that you are not using too much obedience until your dog is ready for that. A good way to go about these sessions is to go and only use one word, and that word is going to be yes. Try not to ask your dog to sit or place or down until they are comfortable and engaged with you and kind of over some of these stimuli and the feelings that they're having about them. So maybe good challenge for this weekend, go out with your pup, only say the word yes, and try to create some positive experiences with stimuli that are manageable for your dog. See you next time!